Service today. Rita's cool moment of the game. Man, oh Manischewitz, was this cool. Rita's Italian ice and frozen game. I thought so. And look at that. Weston Wilson. First major league at bat. 1-1 pitch, bottom of the second. And the Phillies are up. Woo, man.
I don't know if there's a cool
4-0.
Brought to you by Rita's Frozen Italian Water Ice. I mean, his first ever home run. Was that his first swing?
No. Oh, I know, that's a great point. It was a 1-1 count. We'll have to go back and look at the tape, but I'll tell you this, it went 429 feet.
He did swing and miss at a pitch,
Yeah.
and then he came back and hit that breaking ball out to left.
So second major league swing.
It was a nuke.
And
And you
there's
see
his
his dad
family.
getting all choked up. How can you not get choked up?
Oh,
I mean, we saw Cheryl Lorenzen tonight with her son, who's been in the major leagues for 9 years. She's getting choked up, filming every pitch. We're thinking, hey, we can get a video of this game. You see Wes Wilson's dad right there getting all choked up. It's just to see your son, and hopefully I'll have a chance to do that someday, Michael. But to see your son on that stage do what he's doing and having all those dreams come true. I mean, that's what it is. It's a boy's dream to be out there doing what he did. And congratulations, Wes Wilson. You have deserved it every minute. 28 years young, finally get an opportunity, and he made the most of it.
28 years young. It's incredible. Exclusive club indeed. Phillies with a homer in their first major league at bat. Weston Wilson tonight, you have to go all the way back to 1998, and our friend Marlon Anderson did it. Ricky Jordan did it 10 years before. Eddie Sinicki in 1949. So that's a major gap there, Ben, of 39 years. Jaime Mula did it in 1938, and the Doogie, Bill Doogleby in 1898. I was late for that game too. Otherwise, I would have seen Dukes. All right, Weston Wilson in an emotional accounting of his night tonight. Postgame in the clubhouse.
Gosh, just anticipation. Been waiting for this opportunity for a long time, and couldn't have done it at a better place with better fans. They've been unbelievable since I first got in house. I mean, they just welcomed me with open arms out in the outfield. It's just been, I'm speechless right now.
What was it? Walk us through the home run. I mean, 2,800 plate appearances in the minor leagues and all sorts of obstacles along the way. First at bat,
Yeah, I just tried to get ready, honestly, and just see the pitch as early as possible. I wasn't thinking too much. Just tried to take some pressure off myself. And like you said, I've had a lot of at-bats, and just remembering that this isn't the first one. I've had a lot of guys in this clubhouse come up to me and just say, don't change what you're doing. You got here for a reason, and just be yourself, because I got you here.
Was it like running the base? Was it like running the bases?
I didn't feel my legs.
You didn't feel your legs?
No, I did not. No.
You looked up to the sky. What were you thinking about at that moment?
Yeah. It's been a long journey, and I'm going to try not to get emotional, but my relationship with the Lord's really helped me get to this point. Him and my wife and my family, just my grandma, she passed away in spring training, so just all those people, man. It's been
Did you see them after the game? I mean, you were obviously there.
Weston Wilson said he could not feel his legs rounding the bases. And I also you talk about how to steady your nerves in a given situation, and his new teammates told him, you've done this before. And he said, I have had a lot of at-bats. I just try to treat this one like all the others, and he was successful in doing that.
It's one thing to say it, but once you get in that batter's box and you actually have to do it, where there's a third deck, Ricky Bo always talks about the third deck. It's a lot different, and obviously you're in front of these ravenous fans who want you to do so well, and to do it your first at bat, it's like, whew, got it out of the way.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, it was a homer, no big deal, by the way. But yeah, he was able to keep his emotions in check. Well done. It's not an easy thing to do. It's been a long journey for him. I'm very, very happy for him.
You played in front of all of Major League Baseball's fans. You've played in front of Philadelphia fans. You are from Philadelphia. We have heard countless athletes this year on the Phillies and on other teams, but certainly on the Phillies, talk about playing in front of these fans. Are they just saying it, or do you really sense that when you're at the plate or in the field that you are getting everything from these fans?
Why the hell wouldn't you want to play here, Michael? That's the bottom line. It's just, I think it takes, yes, it does take a certain type of player, someone that is, first of all, inner confident, and they know that they're going to get the job done. But yet times, yes, you got to have thick skin, but it can be like that in any other city, New York, Boston, you name it. It can be tough to play in. But the bottom line is these fans are here for you. They want you to win. They want you to succeed. And as long as you're putting forth the effort, and as long as you are accountable, you can play here.
Yeah.
And you can have success here. And the fans will love you here. You can hit 230, but if you're one of those guys that the fans love, that you're giving 100% each and every time out on the field, you're diving in the bases, you're diving in the stands, you're breaking up double plays, anything you can do, that you're gonna ingratiate yourself to that city, and this is the place you can do that.
Yeah, one of my favorite quotes of all time comes from our good friend John Kruk, who said when being inducted into the Phillies Wall of Fame, I feel sorry for all those players who never wanted to come here because they didn't have the guts to come and try to win here in front of these fans. And it's so true. And to me, we saw it, speaking of Nick Castellanos, here's Yingling's logger up right now. We saw it with Nick Castellanos. He came in last year. I think it took him aback playing in front of these fans. The criticism that comes with playing in Philadelphia, if you're not carrying your share of the load, and look how far this man has come. Not just one home run tonight, Benny. Wow, that is a shot, but 2 home runs.
When that last road trip, when they went down to Miami, he hit his batting cage at his house. He got to sleep in his own bed. Liam loved it. By the way, great barber on Liam right there. That's a fresh fade. But ever since that trip, he's come back with guns a-blazing. It's a different swing. He's on pitches. He's driving pitches. And he's getting back to that first half Nick. And that first half Nick was really good. And there's a reason he went to Seattle to the All-Star game. The fact that this pitch is up and in at 95, and you shoot it out to right field, okay, how strong are you, Nick Castellanos?
Yeah,
how can you stay through a baseball so well? That was number 200 of his career. There's nothing else you could say, but he found something when he was in Miami, and it's been working.
200 career home runs for Nick Castellanos. He is the 34th active major league player with 200 or more career home runs. And when you look at his age, when you look at his health, and when you look at the way he swings the bat, how many more are you thinking for him?
I mean, the sky's the limit. He keeps himself in great shape. He's got 19 home runs now. He's got 70 RBIs, just 3 off the leader, and Alec Bohm, who had another RBI tonight. He's got 73. This is, I wouldn't say he's flying under the radar, but he's putting together an extremely solid year. And let's not forget what he's doing in right field, by the way. He's playing very, very good right field. He puts a lot of time and effort with Paco Figueroa. It's not just a couple days a week, Michael, it's every day. They're out there getting the work in, hitting the cutoff man, long tossing, and I don't know how Paco's arm stays on attached to his shoulder because he's out there long tossing with these guys every day, but it has paid off. It's a noticeable difference. I'm not saying he was terrible last year in right field, but it's been a noticeable difference in his play this year even.
As Rob Thompson said, so many storylines in this homestand, beginning with Trey Turner's multiple standing ovations and hopefully breaking out of his hitting slump that has lasted the entire season until Friday. And then we continue on to tonight, where not only Weston Wilson gets a home run in his first major league at bat, and Michael Lorenzen throws a no-hitter, the 14th in the history of this storied franchise. 322nd no-hitter in Major League Baseball history. We'll talk more about it, more interviews, more analysis, and we'll look ahead to tomorrow's finale with Washington as we continue postgame live, presented by Cure Auto Insurance.